Hey everyone, as you have learned to install Jupyter Notebook in the previous video lecture, now in this video we learn more about Jupyter Notebook. So let's begin. To learn more about Jupyter Notebook, firstly we'll open command prompt and then type Jupyter space notebook and then press enter. Our Jupyter Notebook will be get opened. Then we'll click to new and then Python 3. Here is our Jupyter Notebook, which we can see here is a cell. The green color indicates edit mode and the blue color outside cell represent command mode. Press escape to get into command mode and press enter to get back into edit mode. Press P to view list of all available commands. Here is the list of all available commands. This is a coding cell. So let's write your first Python program here. We'll input a name. Name is equal to input, enter your name and print name. Here, if we want to execute a cell, then press shift plus enter. Then the cell will get executed. Writing comments in code cell can sometimes create confusion. Jupyter Notebook works both as a notebook and coding console. To write explanatory text, you can use Markdown Cells, which enables you to format your comments well to create a more readable code. So let's learn about Markdown Cells. Press M in command mode to convert code cell to Markdown cell. So you can see it is a Markdown cell which we have converted by pressing M to the code mode. Here is a Markdown cell. Double click on the Markdown cell or press enter to see how it is written and again press shift plus enter to execute a cell. Now if we write hash space this is a title in a Markdown cell, then it will be like this. If we put 2 hash, then this is a heading. If we put 3 hash space, this is a subheading. If we put 4 hash space, this is as small as a heading can get. If we put 5 hash space, the 5th hash makes it italic. Here is title, heading, subheading, small as a heading and italic. Now we will learn about formatting in Markdown cells. If we write double dash, this will appear bold. If we write text in 2 stars, it will also appear bold. If we write single dash, just 1 dash makes it italic. If we write single star and 1 star on either side as well makes it italic. If we write 3 stars, this will appear both italic and bold. So here is formatting in Markdown cells. Next we have Monospace Fonts. Use a back single quotation mark to get Monospace font. This text will appear in Monospace font. Next we have line breaks. Sometimes in Markdown cell you don't get a line break where you want to simply by pressing enter. In such cases use BR to get manual line break. So here is an example of line break. Next, we have indenting. Use the symbol to indent your text. This is the first line. Then we'll put the symbol space. This indents the second line. Then this further indents it and this goes on and on. Now we have bullets and numbering. A dash followed by 2 spaces creates bullet. Pressing tab before doing above creates sub-bullet. So start with simply 1 dot, 1 followed by a dot and space to get numbered list and keep doing it for further numbers. 1 dot space, again just a tab for sub-bullet. Next we have coloring. Here we have a text in blue color and yellow color. Now I will change the color blue to red. So now if I press Shift plus Enter, the blue color text is changed to the red. Adding an image. Here you can add image from web by using this syntax. I'll just copy address of some image and then I'll press Shift plus Enter. Then I'll get the image. Here we have added an image. Next we have LaTex Equations. Jupyter Notebook also supports LaTex Equations. We use a dollar symbol on either side to write LaTex Equations. Below example is just a hypothetical equation to explain how you can write LaTex equations in Jupyter Notebook. I'll provide a link in description box if you want to learn more about LaTex equation. Now we have basic commands. Here are some command mode shortcuts. Escape to go into command mode, Enter to go back to edit mode, M to convert a cell to markdown cell, Y to convert a cell back to code cell, A to insert new cell above, B to insert new cell below, D plus D to delete cell, Z undo last operation, F to find and replace on your code, Shift plus up or down to select multiple cells, space scroll notebook downwards, Shift plus space scroll notebook upwards. Then there are some edit mode shortcuts. Shift plus Enter to execute the code in the current cell and go to the next cell. Alt plus Enter to execute the code in the current cell and insert new cell below. Shift plus Tab to get a brief documentation of the object that you have just typed in the coding cell. Control plus Shift plus Dash to split the cell at cursor. Shift plus M to merge selected cells. And apart from this, you can also use H to open the list of keyboard shortcuts and even add new shortcuts or customize the existing shortcuts according to your personal requirements. Here we can see if I press H outside the command mode, then we will get the keyboard shortcuts. Here are some keyboard shortcuts as we can see. So let's recall what we have learned in today's video. Firstly, to print a Python program, then about comments, markdown cells, to write title, heading, subheading in italic format, then formatting in markdown cells such as bold, italic or both italic and bold, then monospace fonts, then we have line breaks, how to use a manual line break, then indenting, then we have bullets and numbering, how to write text in bullets or numbering. Then we have learnt about coloring the text. Then we have learned how to add an image to a Jupyter Notebook. Then we have learned about LaTex equations, how Jupyter Notebook supports LaTex equations, and then about basic commands, both command mode shortcuts and then edit mode shortcuts.